There are lots of secret gems hidden throughout the room I designed for this virtual show house. This room once looked like a big, cold, sterile box. When you enter the room now, you should immediately feel a sense of warmth and coziness. And if you do, that is totally by design. I wrapped the entry of this room in a beautiful blue-green-gray color by Sherwin-Williams, and I painted the walls that divide the entry area from the main living area in Sherwin-Williams' color of the year, Urbane Bronze. Here's a pro tip. The more gloss or sheen the paint finish has, the lighter the color appears because there's more light that bounces around and reflects off of the surface. That's why I chose Sherwin-Williams Cashmere Interior Acrylic Paint in matte to get that buttery finish that really shows the density of these colors. The next hidden gem is actually one of the biggest. It's the fact that you can see my room transform from the family room layout to the home learning layout with the click of a button. Look for the framed photo of me in the entry of the room. Click the hot link and then click the Learn More button. Once the room loads, you'll see two very cool features that I designed for this space. The first is the game table. If you look to the left side of the room, you'll notice that the frame of the artwork folds down to become a table where the family can play board games, or it's a really great area for a child to do homework. The next secret in this room is located inside the built-ins on the right side of the space. The double doors on the two compartments in the center of the built-in actually slide out to overlay the flanking units. And inside those two compartments are two desk areas with shelves that roll out to become a table and seat. There are swing arm sconces to provide task lighting for homework and activities. And when the kids are done working, they simply slide the table and chair back into the unit and the double doors slide back into place. The two units at each end of this built-in store blankets, board games, and other necessities. The sectional sofa I chose for this space can change into a number of configurations to make space for either of the room setups. And the coffee table is a group of smaller tables that break apart so that no matter what configuration the sofa is in, there's always a convenient place to rest a drink. This room is massive, and there is a foldable divider door that allows part of this room to be closed off for focused learning. The window in this part of the room looks out onto a beautiful courtyard. So I placed a table and stool set from Universal Furniture right next to that window so that a family member can enjoy a snack or plug in their laptop to do some work while enjoying the gorgeous views. To the left of the window is an elevator that makes accessing the second level of this home much easier for differently abled family members. To complete this part of the room, I designed a super sleek mini kitchen because honestly, I thought it was a bit much for the family to have to trek all the way to another wing of the house to pop popcorn or grab a refreshing drink. The full-size cabinets house a column refrigerator from Signature Kitchen Suite. And beneath the LED backlit shelved area, there is a drawer microwave also by Signature Kitchen Suite. Now we've taken what was once an awkward and empty space and turned it into an area that is filled with purpose and function. This room has a 22-foot high ceiling. To make the space feel cozier, I incorporated bulkheads wrapped in Decton that looks like marble to bring the ceiling height down to a more manageable 19 feet. I installed oak slats between the marble beams that I installed on the ceiling to bring that feeling of nature up onto the ceiling. But the ceilings being so high, any fixture I chose just seemed to be too small and skimpy for the grandeur of the space. So by bringing the ceilings down and installing the beams, I also multiplied the number of light fixtures I introduced into the space to make sure that the room looked balanced. I used a similar approach in the snack area, except this time I ran the beams and oak slats in the opposite direction, and I installed a cluster of Nearman Weeks pedal pendants near the sitting area. This is the perfect example of why you can't forget to look up when you're exploring a new space. How do you create a focal point in a room this big with no true walls? That's a great question. I knew that I wanted to add some architectural details to this space, but the challenge was to figure out a way to do this that would rise to the occasion of the caliber of this home. When I think about what makes for a cozy gathering space, I immediately think of the warmth from a fire. But not just any fire element would do. This fire element had to be a stunning statement piece. So I designed a massive fireplace that would really anchor the room. I built out a column that stretched from the floor to the ceiling, and I cut out an opening for the fire element so that you could see it from all three sides. For the fireplace facade, I chose 4 different color textures from Decton's new 4mm ultra thin collection, and I designed a mosaic effect to wrap that column in. Finally, I flanked the fireplace with units to store chopped fire logs. I absolutely love how this turned out. Do you?